Mike Tomlin met with the media after the Steelers had to shift practice indoors because of a heavy downpour, and as expected, he didn't flinch. Instead of full-speed drills on the grass, the team got in mental reps and walkthroughs in the gym. Tomlin called it another opportunity to get better. "We didn't get what we were looking for today," he said, "but that's football and life. You can always extract some positives." The message? Adjust, adapt, keep growing, and most importantly, keep the players safe. Tomlin said flat out, it wasn't worth the risk. "I'd rather stay woke than sick 'em. It wouldn't have been safe out there." He also shut down the idea of switching to turf. There's still plenty of time to develop the way they need. No reason to panic after one weather-affected session. He's also not ready to change the practice schedule. It was technically the first real day of work after the acclimation period, and he's not interested in overreacting. As for managing reps, Tomlin made it clear that limiting someone like Aaron Rodgers is really about creating reps for someone like Will Howard. "When I take work from a veteran, it creates opportunity for the young guys," he said. Same goes for Jalen Ramsey. He's going to get a day or two off here and there, and that just opens up valuable reps for corners like Dante Kent and Daquan Hardy. Tomlin emphasized it again. "We don't want fake feel-good reps. We want real development through real competition." Injury-wise, Broderick Jones should be back at practice tomorrow. Isaac Seumalo is still day-to-day. Tomlin also talked about Roman Wilson, who's having a critical camp after missing most of his rookie season. "He treats me the same way he treats you guys, locked in," Tomlin joked. "This is a big camp for him." Wilson is being looked at for special teams roles, working with the Gunners and catching kicks. But nothing's guaranteed. Tomlin said it all depends on how he performs. The other big storyline? Cordarrelle Patterson has been released. Tomlin didn't get into the timing of it, said that was more of a question for Omar Khan, but it definitely shakes up the returner battle. That job is wide open now, with names like Kenny Gainwell, Jalen Warren, Caleb Johnson, Roman Wilson, and Calvin Austin all in the mix. And no, Tomlin doesn't plan on taking Austin out of that role just because he might have a bigger offensive workload. He wants to be the best in the world at it, Tomlin said, and he's improving. Now for the new signings. The Steelers added 3 players. Domenique Davis is back, a defensive tackle who's bounced around with the Jets, Bengals, and Steelers practice squad. He had 123 tackles and 6 sacks in college at UNC Charlotte. They also signed tight end Kevin Foelsch, a small school guy from New Haven with 16 touchdowns in college. He's been on several rosters, the Panthers, Jets, Eagles, Chiefs, but hasn't played in a game yet. And finally, Nichols. He was the nation's leading rusher in 2021 at Central Michigan and was named MAC Offensive Player of the Year. He was drafted by the Packers in 2023, spent time on IR, then landed on the Eagles practice squad. He's now a Steeler. To make room, the team cut Patterson and waived injured Montana Lamonius Craig and linebacker Jeremiah Moon. Tomlin also shared some thoughts on the young offensive and defensive lines. He said he's eager to see those guys go at it in full pads. That iron-on-iron mentality, pitting ones versus ones, is how real development happens. He was asked about Darius Slay and Jalen Ramsey's leadership. He said it's still early, but those things tend to reveal themselves when adversity hits. On Ramsey's work at nickel, Tomlin gave some great history. He said the position's been evolving for about 25 years, dating back to guys like Aeneas Williams and the Greatest Show on Turf era. These days, he said, some kids are being drafted exclusively as slot corners. Lastly, Peyton Wilson called himself the best coverage linebacker in the world, and Malik Harrison backed him up. Tomlin? He loves the confidence. "I appreciate the mindset," he said, and he'll be given the opportunity to prove it. Even on a rainy day, even without pads, the Steelers are stacking meaningful work. The competition is real. The evaluations are underway. And Mike Tomlin is as locked in as ever.